This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
You too. Yes, Sirski.
Now that's diabolical.
Diabolical. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Man, if you don't get your goof ass in here and hit the bag, if you catch me for the first time, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell, make sure it's black. So when I drop, man, take a couple minutes, come hang out with your boy. All right, man. It's always fun to talk Tank Davis. And it looks like Tank Davis is getting pressed via Twitter or X, right? Edgar Berlanga, who's coming off what many believe is a surprising performance versus a Canelo Alvarez last weekend. Listen, I for one thought he was going to get knocked out. But it was a big part of me was saying, man, you know what? I think Canelo has finally crossed the hill all the way where these likely opponents that he would have knocked out 3-4 years ago, you know, they're going to survive. And that's exactly what Edgar Berlanga did. And one thing I have come to notice for doing this for 3 years now, and with over 11,000 subs, man, people who thought, hey, this is somebody I could listen to, right? Or they agree with me. It doesn't matter what you say, right? If publicly, if you have an opinion, somebody's going to always disagree with that opinion. No matter what opinion you have, there's always going to be somebody who disagrees. And I'm cool with that. With that being said, listen, I don't see what, you know, all of the pats on the back and all of the praises for Berlanga for surviving Canelo Alvarez for 12 rounds is about. This competition to me was just not very competitive. Maybe I'm tripping, but you had to really look hard throughout those 12 rounds to give Berlanga any, right? Listen, this was a unanimous decision, and it was a fairly easy fight to score, right? There's no point in this fight that you thought Canelo was in trouble. There's no point in this fight where you thought Berlanga was winning. There was no point in this fight where you thought, man, this is high tense, high drama. It's back and forth. You know, Berlanga's making this fight close. Keep it a buck. I'm just being honest. Now, is there a moral victory? Sure, right? Somebody as young as Berlanga being thrusted into this position, and I think for himself, knowing he probably didn't deserve to be there at this particular time, but you can never tell people what they deserve and don't deserve. But I think, you know, the consensus is it was too early for Berlanga to be in this position. It wasn't a 50-50 fight going in. And you knew he was going to lose. Those are the kind of opponents Canelo has just been picking lately. The ones that going into the fight, you know, they're going to lose. But anyway, I had to get that off because I see a lot of y'all hyping up Berlanga, and I don't see what you saw. I just saw a dude get beat up basically for 12 rounds. Yeah, he had a good spirit and he was trying his best to fight back, but it was a wash. Now Berlanga presses Gervonta Tank Davis as he heard some things right through the grapevine. He went to Twitter and talk and at Gervonta. He says this: I heard you was posting some hating ass shit on your Finsta, thinking I ain't gonna find out. At Gervonta. And Gervonta responds, he says, and what happened? You lost, bum. Right? Then Berlanga goes on to say, at Gervonta, bro, you was on the phone with Richardson Hitchens the whole fight saying I was going to get knocked out every round. Get off my ish and make sure your pay-per-view numbers do numbers. I showed already what type time I'm on versus a legend. You ain't fighting nobody, bro. And Tank goes on to say, listen, you didn't do nothing. What is you talking about, fam? The most you did was hit him when he wasn't looking. And I gotta admit, that was probably the best shot from Berlanga all night, was the shot when Canelo thought the bell had rang and he was going back to his corner, and Berlanga caught the old legend in a protect yourself at all times moment and lunged over with a left hand, and I thought it connected pretty good. So that was the best shot all night from Berlanga. And then he also goes on to say, listen, and Richardson Hitchens, we can fight right now. All right, we can fight now. So I don't know, what is he throwing out a challenge to Richardson Hitchens at 140? I don't know. That would be some low hanging fruit for Gervonta Davis.
Hey,
if
bro,
anything, he needs to be in deep negotiations right now with Devin Haney, who doesn't have a fight. I think it's Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko. I'm not sure we want, or a rematch with Pitbull or Brian Garcia. I'm not so sure out of those fights we want to see anything else from Tank Davis, right? Even the Rayo fight. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at it, but you definitely don't want to be issuing challenges to somebody like Richardson Hitchens right now. No, that's not the move, Tank.
Hey, bro,
but you're gonna have a lot of Tank fans who just don't care who he fights. Me, for one, I'm over it, Tank. If you're not fighting the best, I don't care. And Edgar says, listen, and I had you shaking in your boots and starlets, right? So there must have been some type of encounter at starlets. And maybe he felt like he had Tank scared at the point in time. I don't know. But press his Tank on or via Twitter. And listen, it's not like these guys are ever going to fight. Berlanga's way too big. But it's interesting that Tank Davis, instead of, maybe trying to lure Devin Haney into a fight or somebody that we really want to see him fight and keeping those guys' names in his mouth, he extends an invitation to Richardson. Come on, Tank. Come on, Tank.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Also, while I was on Twitter, I saw this. Edgar Berlanga, it's been a whole week now, bro. Been over a week now, bro. Or almost a week. You're going to have to change that 22-0 to 22-1 with 17 knockouts, bro. You lost, and it wasn't even close. That's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. You know who I got. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.